Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be playing some more Horizon Zero Dawn. We'll be playing at 4K with some tweak settings, so not quite ultimate, just dropped a few settings that don't necessarily need to be maxed out so they don't make much impact on the game. So, very familiar with this game, played many hours on the PlayStation 4 Pro, which I owned for a brief amount of time. So loving that this is now back. This is now on the PC in all its glory. Hopefully we'll have some patches that fix the initial optimization issues, but in general the game runs okay. It's definitely not unplayable. So yeah, let's get back into it. Let's quickly see what my objective is. I don't like to jump straight into doing all the main quest stuff. I like to go around completing all the side quests and getting as overpowered as possible before I continue the game. That's what I like to do. So let's see what we can do. Can't really do that right now. There's a cauldron I need to do. I'll probably go and do that. That's definitely what I need to be looking into. So just so you know guys, I am monitoring the chat, so if you want to make comments I will be looking at them, so get involved. But yeah, let me know your experience on Horizon Zero Dawn if you own it, if you like the game, think it's overhyped, or you're just not that interested. Nay NL or says yo, how you doing? So if I read your usernames wrong or pronounce your names wrong, I do apologise. I'd always try my best, and if I do it wrong, just correct me or give me a little bit of help, and I'll make sure I do it for the next time. So you don't necessarily have to run everywhere by foot. You can actually get yourself a mount, and that will help you navigate the world, but most of the time, especially when you're new to the game, it's better to run around on foot because you can gather more resources. I need something really big. Yeah, scrapper behind me. Where the hell did that come from? Okay, so these guys are weak to thunder, but you can also do a sneak attack to them. So there's one there and then there's one up. Anywhere else. I've taken that one out. The other one's just seen me, but there. Let's take this. Anyway, all done. That wasn't really too much of a problem. I didn't see them behind me there, so kind of caught me off guard. I'm going to stock back up on my medical herbs. The medical herbs always grow close to water sources. The hell did that fish evade 2 arrows like that? Just stock up on my healing herbs now because I've been having to heal myself due to attacks. Anyway, I can see Zol or YX says you can't change zoom sensitivity, right? I haven't really tried. It feels comfortable to me. Says performance is hit and miss on my 2060, but overall the game is still enjoyable. What resolution are you playing at? I looked at hardware unboxes results. Well, a lot of games can run this game at 1440p, 60 FPS. To be honest, it is quite good, depending on the settings you use, of course. Right, there's another I think this is a sawtooth. Yes. This thing's no joke, but I would have to use some traps for this one. Let's take it down. I can't just take it down in one hit, that's for sure.
Maybe there's a way to override them, but where would I find it?
I'm gonna set up some traps to protect myself, just in case this thing comes my way. That's 2. I wonder where it went. Whoa, just killed myself there. Kill this thing. Two's coming for me. Just want him to go right into this trap. Then run into the other one. And I said another one.
Follow up.
Just about took it down. These things are pretty strong, you don't want to mess with them. What is it? Sorry guys, I'm trying to just concentrate on the game a little bit. I'll get to your comments. So MUDG Mudgill basically says, Mudgill Gaming says hello sir, how you doing?
Can stop tensing up.
Mudgill Gaming says love from India, Noodle Confusion. Oh, that's a familiar name. Haven't seen you in the chat for a little while. Noodle Confusion, thanks for the super chat. There's ZolYX says, is your PC in the fridge? God damn, no, I just use water cooling. Water cooling keeps your PC quiet, keeps it cool. It's just kind of expensive, but it's worth the investment.
This'll
Definitely
help.
worth the investment, especially if you're into overclocking. It boosts performance. These things are quite aggressive. If they see you, they will just attack you, so I better stand away. I'm gonna sneak up on this one, but I need to make sure that thing's not looking.
Down.
I'm down. ZolYX says, are there any colors for the 2070s? Any coolers for the 2070 Super? Yeah, you can get water blocks for everything, basically. I'm not even using an official water block. I'm using the NZXT Kraken G12 bracket with a NZXT X73 AIO cooler, so you don't necessarily need to get yourself a water block. You can, as long as you're comfortable modifying your CPU, your graphics card, then you'll be fine. Damn, that thing was pretty strong. I won't be messing with one of those again, at least not now. Ledia_GK says, I hope my 1080 will handle games in 4K in the next 3 years. Hope for NVIDIA drivers, I wouldn't hope so much. One thing I've learned about NVIDIA and AMD, once a new generation comes out, optimization prioritizes to the newest architecture available. And if you're 3 architectures behind, because you're on Pascal, then you got no chance. So
Save these for the trail.
only Turing and Ampere are going to be prioritized for the new game ready drivers, and Pascal will more than likely get left behind. I know it's not what you want to hear, but I'm just being honest with you. But Pascal's a solid architecture. I don't think it'll end up like a Kepler. I was actually looking at Hardware Unbox benchmark review on this game, and you see the state of Vega is just performing disgracefully. Kind of reminds me of Kepler in The Witcher 3. Some architectures just fall off the cliff at a certain stage. So I mean, I know everyone can't always upgrade every year or every 2 years, but I tend to upgrade every 18 months to 2 years. Not just because I need to, but just for the interest of the channel. Everyone wants to see the latest and greatest, and I get as much enjoyment of testing new hardware as I do playing new games. So again, like I said, this is a hobby as well as just something to do. So I kind of look at things a little bit differently than most people.
Looks good.
Okay, nearly at my destination now. Kinga, how you doing? Nice to see familiar names in the chat. What else is there? Xuan Mai, that's a familiar name. Water cooler is not that expensive if you can do it yourself. That's true. And you can get great deals pre-owned as well. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy a brand new cooler.
There's got to be a way to override even these things.
It's just needs to be able to perform the task. Oh no, I've been seen. Get to safety. These guys are not that dangerous anyway, so it's alright.
Just stay out of their way for now.
As you can see, the performance is, in general, is actually pretty good. I mean, my experience has been very smooth. For the most part, performance has been 60 FPS and above, and I'm playing at 4K with a single RTX 2080 Ti. This is why I spent so much on the card, because it literally is the only card, other than the Titan RTX, of course, that will give you 4K 60 FPS in most titles. I know it's expensive, but if you want a game on a single GPU configuration, which is important to me, then you have to spend the money, unfortunately. Sandesh Dahal says, hello bro, huge appreciator. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for the support, I do appreciate it. And I've also got Ledio_GK says, I see you still have a 2080 Ti. I don't. I used to have one, but I got rid of it before I bought my 2080 Ti. So I haven't owned one for a very, very long time. Still a great GPU. Good amount of VRAM, good performance. Very good for the price, because remember, that came out $700. And the RTX 2080 Ti was like £500 more expensive, so almost double the price. So the RTX 1080 Ti was one of the best deals that NVIDIA ever gave us. But I doubt we'll get those prices again. I'm very curious as to what the prices of the new graphics card will cost. I just hope they don't have 11 or 12 gigabytes of RAM. I want something with at least 16 gigabytes of RAM. Believe it or not, when you play at 4K, you do start to run into limitations in some games, and it would be nice to have more VRAM available. Muda Confusion says, what is your thoughts on Death Stranding? Thanks for the super chat, by the way. My thoughts on Death Stranding is it's a game that's not for everyone. It's quite hit and miss for me, because there's so much to understanding the game.
That's it.
And I'm the kind of person that likes to get answers. I really actually enjoy it. It's very, very strangely rewarding, almost. The actual core of the game, walking around doing deliveries, kind of sucks, but there's more to it than that. You get ambushed by other delivery guys, and there's obviously loads of BTs, those demons or whatever they are. So there's a lot to understand, and where like humanity is just really up against it, I kind of just want to fight to make things better. So yeah, I do like the game. It has a strange appeal to it, but it's not a game for everyone. So that's what I feel about it anyway. Sadish Daha says, can't wait to see the performance of the NVIDIA 3000 series and Big Navi. Me too. Looking forward to the end of this year. It's going to be very exciting for me personally, who loves to test these types of hardware. So I'll be buying one of each, and definitely be bringing you guys loads of content. Don't believe that I'll be leaving you out with nothing. Going to be an expensive end of the year for me, but I'm prepared, so don't worry. Cards is overpriced, but is your gaming at 4K? Probably don't care about price. I do care about price. If I didn't, I would have. That's why I've never bought myself a Titan card. I've never owned a Titan since I'm not saying I can't afford one, but I've just refused to spend that much on a GPU that offers such a little performance increase over the RTX 2080 Ti or 1080 Ti. So yeah, I do care about price, don't get it twisted. I'm not rich. Alright, I've got another saber tooth here. I need to set up some traps. There's two here as well, so I'm probably gonna die here. I can see myself dying here, but I want to do my best to kill these guys.
Low and quiet does it.
So I'm gonna beat his ass as much as I can, and then finish off with a silent strike. Now I'm gonna run behind this line, so he gets himself out again. Beat his ass again. Alright, took one down. Now that there's only one left, I'm feeling a lot more confident. So I'm gonna set up a few more traps, just to give myself a little bit of breathing room. Okay, come on then, let's see what you got. So that's the first trap that's coming down. Gonna beat his ass. And end off with another physical hit. So I'm over half of his HP. I want to let run into the trap again.
Down. Okay, so I dealt with these guys pretty well. That way actually went pretty well. I didn't expect to do so good against them. So yeah, almost lost sight of my objective now. I'm trying to get to the cauldron. It's this way. So Johnny Live says, what settings are you running the game at? Alright, for you guys that just jumped into the stream, I don't mind showing. So playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160, 80 field of view. Now the graphics, I'm running ultra for the textures, ultra for the model quality, ultra for anisotropic filtering. Shadows are at high, which is 1 step down from the maximum. Reflections are at medium, which is 2 steps down from the maximum. Actually 1 step down, I believe. Clouds are at high, which is 1 step down from the maximum. And TAA, of course, because I just hate shimmering. Yes, a bit of blurriness, but it's a fair trade-off in my opinion. No motion blur because it just sucks. And ambient occlusion is at high, which is 1 step down from the maximum. So that's all the settings that I'm using. Still getting good performance at 4K, and the game looks absolutely amazing. So I'm enjoying this. Definitely feels like so much of a better game at 60 FPS, it has to be said. News People says, I will be, sorry, he says, it will be, and I think that the main reason for this current delay for the game. So you guys are obviously talking amongst yourselves, because I didn't really understand that comment. But yeah, looking forward to Cyberpunk. Come on. Oh man, I've been seen. Take this guy out. Damn it. There's a lot of guys here. Let's take down this scrapper. If you shoot these guys in the eye, they die straight away. And they're quite hard to hit sometimes. That's one down. Let's see if we can get this one directly in the eye. And it's moved at the last minute. This one's stunned. This guy's getting his ass kicked, so I better help him.
Ready for the sun shot!
You're lucky I saved your ass. Okay. Heal myself up, get back on target. We're good. Bang for buck. So, skilled build says bang for buck does your game microstutter on the cinematic camera cuts. No, that's what I'm saying. So, I watched the digital foundry video like most of you guys, and the actual cinematic cuts are actually really smooth. Like every time the view changes, there is no stutters. But when you leave the cinematic scene, yes, there is a stutter. But apart from that, it's really smooth. So my experience has been way better than that of the pre-release that digital foundry got. So either they've resolved the issue, or it's just not the same for everybody. To be fair, I'm playing on a PCIe 4.0 NVMe SSD, so my hard drive speed is ridiculously fast. Why am I getting attacked by so many enemies in this area for a little while? I'm just getting ambushed at every turn. Yo, so many enemies here. I'll just start using potions at some point, so.
This will do nicely.
Noodle Community says the game sounds are overpowering in your video. Yeah, sorry about that. I use the same. I use the same recorder for live streams and gameplay, so sometimes I forget to adjust the audio. But luckily, I can do it on the fly, so that should sound a lot better now. So hopefully you guys can hear me better. Sorry about that. That's one thing I forgot to do. But let's get on with the game now.
This must be the cauldron Drow was talking about. There's gotta be a way in, somehow.
No, not about to put subtitles. I mean, YouTube, yeah, it will do a good job, but it's not 100% accurate. So these cauldrons are very important. The more you complete, the more animals you can override in the game.
The metal, the light. It's like this entire place is part of some huge machine. But who made it? That thing looks like a triangular pipe. What's it for? That might give me some cover if I need it.
Right, there's a watcher in here that's seen me. These guys are stronger than I give them credit for. Those guys down. Let me heal myself up a little bit. Skilled Rebuild says, Buck, I found that AT field of view is nice balance and clawing back some FPS from 90. I actually did a in-game test 90 to 80 and I didn't see any difference in performance whatsoever. But I don't mind the 80 field of view. You're a little bit closer to Aloy. And where this is third person, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so I need to remember how to do this now. Been a while, so I wonder where I go. Go this way. There's a little bit of a cave in here.
Saving these for the trail.
NL says, looking better than AC Valhalla. I've already bought that game, so hopefully it will be good. I'm just happy that it's in the country that I live in England, so be interesting to see how Ubisoft have recreated some of the places that I'm actually familiar with. So, and just obviously it's going to be from an old age perspective, but still it'll be cool to see names that I regularly see in every day. So I'm looking forward to that game.
Keep that for later.
A little confusion says, would hate to be a game developer at the moment. They have to back support next gen games until the end of 2021. Okay. Well, I think we're only going to really start getting really good looking games when they completely ditch the old gen. Like when they stop making games with PS4 and the Xbox, that's when we'll start to see like the really good looking next gen games. So I agree with you there. Yeah, I would assume so. I don't think there's ever been an Assassin's Creed that's ever used anything but DirectX 11. They really need to start using more APIs. I mean, Ubisoft are no stranger to Vulkan and DirectX 12. I mean, look at Ghost Recon Breakpoint, for example. That has both Vulkan. That has Vulkan as well, so I don't see why they can't implement it in some of their other games. So I remember you have to kind of jump onto one of these things and hang on to it.
Might be able to take me somewhere.
So it's got like a handle on it, yeah. So you're meant to kind of jump and hang on and it brings you to the next area. Just want to check if I can upgrade any skills or anything like that because I'm going to have to fight a boss in a minute. So just give me a second. So like spear attacks have a greater increased chance of knocking off armor components. That might be useful. What else can I do? Move faster while wielding heavier weapons. That will definitely come in handy. What else? Yeah, I think I'll learn this one for now. And I want to see if I can increase my carrying capacity. That's very important of this game, because you'll end up carrying so much stuff that you have to start dropping stuff, and it's like so annoying to have to drop stuff. You always want to make sure you upgrade your carrying capacity whenever you can. It's very important. Okay, I'm good. Let's try hanging onto one of these things that come out. How the hell do I get high enough to grab onto one of those? Okay, done it.
Might regret this. It's true. Machines are built in these places. But why? And by who?
Okay, I guess if I drop onto here. Trying to think where I actually have to drop down from. So obviously it takes you around in a little course.
I've got as far as this thing will take me.
Okay, so for the first time you don't get control. They kind of take you on a little route that you have to follow. Let me see if I can sneak up on this thing. So New Confusion says, Bang, which do you think would make AC games run better, DirectX 12 or Vulkan? To be honest, I've seen little evidence of DirectX 12 having any kind of benefit, so I would have to say Vulkan, to be honest. If I had to choose, I'd go with Vulkan. But Vulkan can sometimes be quite stuttery, so that's still has its issues as well, but it works very, very well for Doom. Why have I not jumped across? So yeah, it works very, very well for Doom and some other games that I've used with Vulkan. So yeah, I'm all in favour of Vulkan. The Vulkan needs to be supported in more games, that's for sure. Okay, so I need to get across. I'm guessing I need to hang on here and then just jump down. That's fine. Nate NL says wait. NVM. Never mind, I think Young Blood uses Vulkan and the LSS. I believe so. Yeah, I think so. You're right about that.
Machine's quick.
Oh damn, I didn't realise there was something there. I hate when it does this thing, it slows you down. You're like very disoriented. I just want to try and kill one of these guys. One down.
Now they're hunting me.
Where did that other one go? Just kill every single one that comes my way. I can take these guys out with a single shot to the eye. But I'm just looking at it, I'm thinking, am I going back on myself or am I going forward? Make sure I'm going the right way. So yeah, I need to jump on this, go across, then run across. That'll do. I'll use a bit of stealth. That will help. Sorry, let me put my on-screen display back on. Sorry about that. I know you guys are interested in performance as well. Now I should be able to take this out with a single shot to the eye. Right, I should be able to silent strike this one because he doesn't really know I'm here. Crab thing has come over. I didn't realise there was one of those in here. I need to create some distance because these things are pretty dangerous. One shot, one kill. This thing is going to be a bit of a problem. Find my way back across. NayNL says, I think Vulkan is easier to work with than the X12. I mean, I'm not a programmer, but Vulkan seems to be just a lot more positive when it comes to improving performance from what I've seen. And it uses a lot of cores as well. Yeah, I need to take this thing down. And I think what the best way to do this. Try and shoot that thing off of its back. I've destroyed one of its arms. Destroy that other one so it can't shoot electric attacks at me. Alright, taking it down. Nice. Some more watchers here for me to take down. All good. Okay, let's move on. I'll keep an eye on my ammo level.
I'll tuck that away.
And my health. So this is a bit of a maze. You do have to find your way through, but it's very rewarding when you complete it because it's necessary. I don't necessarily think unless there's something that comes across that you can grab, I don't think you come this way. Unless there's something to grapple down. No, there isn't. But yeah, you don't come this way. Go this way. Dragon Zekuru says, is your GPU overclocked and you use full spin of the fans? My GPU is overclocked and I'm using water cooling. So my PC is very quiet right now. And usually if I put my full fans on, I'll be like 45 degrees or something. So I've got room to spare. This isn't even the coolest I can make my GPU, but yes, I am overclocked, but due to live streaming, I've made it quieter than normal. I want you guys to actually hear what I'm saying. Right, I think I'm almost at the end of this cauldron now. A little frame skip there out of nowhere. So you do get like random frame spikes, so the game still needs some work, but you know, I'm sure we'll get that in the future. So Diego_IMP says, wow, CPU, or maybe you went dual CPU. No, this is the 3950X 16 core 32 thread beast. That's why there's so many cores. But it's actually a very, very good multi-purpose processor. It does well in gaming, and it's a really, really good workstation CPU. So I'm very, very happy with the performance that I have now. Expensive, but definitely worth the money if you do a lot of content creation. Okay, hopefully this is leading me to the right direction. Okay, let's climb up here. Come on, Aloy, and get this done. Dragon Zakuru says, oh yes, it's live. Sorry for that. I admit that GPU temp is really good. Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Yeah, I'm using the hybrid cooling solution with the NZXT Kraken G12 bracket, and I'm also using the NZXT X72 AIO cooler. That's a 360mm all-in-one cooler. A little bit overkill for a graphics card, but you know what I'm like already. I like to overkill things when I can, when the price is right. So definitely worth it if you want to run a high overclock on your RTX 2080 Ti in silence, and also run a custom BIOS as well. So the results were pretty good. I'm happy, and I've been running this for a long time, so there's no risks involved. Yeah, well, 100% GPU is a good thing, because you want to be using the maximum of your graphics card. Of course, I've got 16 cores and 32 threads in total, so if this game was using 100% CPU, that would cause a bottleneck, and it would be very concerning, because how many of you guys have more than, let's say, 8 cores and 16 threads to play with on average? Most people play with quad cores with hyper-threading, so yeah, that would just be an insane demand from a developer to do that. Okay, where do I go? I think I'll go this way. See what's in here. And then where do I go? Maybe I'll go this way. All a bit confusing. Spear damage, well, okay. I'll have to look into that. I don't think where I go now. It's a bit confusing. It is like a maze, so I might get stuck for a little while, and I'm just gonna look around and try and find my way out. This way. Go through this way. Sorry if I pronounce this wrong, I do apologize. Andilson, I think it's pronounced. Says Ferreira says hello from Brazil. Hello, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, welcome. Alright, let's rappel down. This is where I fight the boss, so this is like the last area of the cauldron. So it's good to kind of get everything ready, get all your ammo ready, get all your traps ready, all of these things. Make sure you got full health. So I've got some bombs I can use. I'm ready to go. Let me just take these guys down first. I don't want them interfering. Take this down first. Take this one down. Okay, so you've got to override these points to basically lift that shield, and once you've lifted it, you can fight the boss. So let's get this done.
meantime, man, I gotta fight this thing. Can't remember what it's weak against. It's weak against, well, how am I using lightning? I'm gonna try and damage that thing under its neck. Stops it from just take these guys down. Whoa, just trying to burn me to death. Alright, let's fall back and regroup. Take this thing down. If you shoot that thing under its throat, it will stop breathing fire at you, which is nice. So keep my distance. Wow, that took a lot of health. Right, so we've blown up its ability to shoot fire at us now. Now we just need to take down that big tank on the back of itself. Take that down, and you pretty much take it out. So now it's pretty much dead. It's just on its last limbs now. Alright, finished it off. Nice. Take out these guys. Okay, good work. Diego _ IMP says, does this game work with SLI? I doubt it, but it might do.
Information about different machines. This will help me override them.
Yeah, you get a lot of experience for doing these cauldrons as well, so that helps. Okay, all done. Now I can get out of here, get back to civilization. And now I can override scrappers, grazers, sawtooths, and something else, so that's all good. So yeah, time to level up my character. Just see what I can improve. So she can speeds up the healing. Additional resources, yeah, I'm gonna learn this. Just saves me from having to pick so many.
No good without.
No ammo. Need to get some wood. Oh man, this lucky beast, if it's gonna get away, it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna move on with the game now. I think I'll choose another quest and see what else I can do. So there's two main quests I can do. An errand where I can, oh, that's just to make something. It's okay. Oh, so there's a hunting ground I can do. I'm gonna look into that. This is another way to gain experience. So again, I like to avoid doing all the main story as much as I can and just try to develop my character. That way this makes the game easier. Okay, let's get this thing. Darjetti, who are you talking to?
Are you calling a nonce? Clancy Willingham says, respect for uploading great content for the past 18 months I've followed. Thank you, I do appreciate it. Darjetti, I asked you a question. I said, who are you calling a nonce? Don't go quiet now. I want to know who you're speaking to.
Save this for later.
Take this out. Okay, so that lodge is just over there. Toncho1 says, I fell in love with your setup, pal. Hey, it's a decent setup that I've built over a long period of time, but it certainly brings me joy and entertainment. I wouldn't say it's worth the $3.5 grand I've paid for it or more, but it certainly gets used, so I'm not wasting it, that's for sure. It's gonna save the game. Just done a major part of it. So this one was done. Yeah, I guess that's fine.
You can stay away. I have no quarrel with the Nora.
And I have no quarrel with you. What is this place?
These are hunting grounds, and I'm the keeper. I offer the element trials for those who want to join the Hunter's Lodge. Now you know, so you can be on your way.
Wait, what if I want to have a go at one of these trials?
Then I have to give them to you.
Okay, I want to do one of the trials.
What are the trials?
These trials test a hunter's skill with different ammunition types when taking down machines. If you can't master mine in time, maybe you should try one of the easier hunting grounds out in the world.
How many hunting grounds are there?
5 in total. I'm sure one of the others would welcome you.
Okay, let's start one of the trials.
Pick a trial and be done with it. I'll tell you how it works. For this trial, shoot the containers on Striders' backs with fire arrows. If you hit them right, you'll get quite a blast.
Okay, I'll try this one.
Slide down a rope so I can start timing.
And I'll see how I do. So yeah, I'm playing on my LG B9. My Samsung's in my living room. The reason I'm playing on the LG is because I'm working from home at the moment, and the Samsung's quite bright, so it kind of is a bit more strain on your eyes, whereas the LG is a lot less bright, and it's a bit smaller as well. I know it's 55 inches, but the actual stand makes the TV a lot higher, so you have to move your head a bit more. So the LG is a little bit more comfortable on the desk, and it's a little bit more comfortable to work with. Okay, I just gotta read what I gotta do. So damage machines using canister explosions. So I gotta kill these Striders using fire arrows. I just got out of the way when I was gonna do it. I just gotta do one more now. Get out the way. Okay, so I've done the mission. Better get out the way. This thing wants to hurt me. So I completed the trial, but there's levels to how you can complete it. So I obviously did it in like I think a silver grade or maybe even a bronze grade, but that was good enough to complete it at least. Just wanted to get away from that creature. I'm gonna run back to that guy. Caps Lock 24/7 Gamer says, what's your monitor? I'm using the LG B9 55-inch smart TV, 4K HDR, 120 Hz, all that good stuff. This bit rate for this stream is 15 megabytes per second, I believe. Why? Does it look good or does it look bad?
A full sun on your first try. If I hadn't seen it myself, I would have said you must have cheated.
Alright, I did it straight away. That's actually pretty good. Anyway,
I'll
I think I'm gonna
You can
leave
always
it.
come back.
I think I'm gonna leave it there, guys, because I've got some stuff to do. But thanks for tuning in, and I might stream tomorrow same time. I'll think about it, I'll see. But yeah, really enjoying playing this game again. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.